a fair ball, and it's to the fence.
Oh, and a goal.
Walking in front of him, he's inside the 10.
Oh, blocked from behind.
Cut off the glass, but no problem at all.
Tip, one for the cradle.
Got locked up.
One guy that's got an angle on it, and he cuts back on it. Deep ball. And Cravat couldn't grab a ball. Deep fly to right field against the wind. It's out of here. Buries it. We're tied at 19.
And hello and welcome to Mariemont High School for CHL action here on Friday night with ICRC-TV as the Reading Blue Devils are taking on the Mariemont Warriors. Hello, I'm Bill Bretson. Joining me is Frank Edwards. And Frank, second time these two teams have met. Reading had the best of it the first time around by winning 59-42. And I think the one stat I noticed right there is Blue Devils did good in defense, holding them at 31% shooting.
Yeah, you know, that's the name of the game. You know, that's one thing that you can win a lot of ball games when you play some good defense. I mean, that's one of my favorite things, that old saying of defense wins championships. And, you know, with the tournament right around the corner, you know, all these teams got to be Zoom ready to go to have a good tournament run.
Right, exactly. We are going to do our national anthem here. As soon as the national anthem is done, we are going to tell you about our starters here tonight in this game. Frank, going back to that game, talking about that game, I know I was talking to Coach Jim Leon of Mariemont before the game here tonight. He was saying that one of the problems in that game was, he says, my guys weren't rebounding, and you notice that they were out rebounded 38-30 by the Blue Devils there, and that can make a difference.
Pretty close, though. I mean, 38-30. I mean, I guess it wasn't drastically, but there's definitely some. I guess the coach knows what the key issues were for him to lose that game, for them to lose that game.
All right, the Reading Blue Devils come in 9-8, 4-6 in the CHL. They are coached by Bill Stidham. Bill is in his third year at Reading. They will be starting tonight. A.J. Brown, a 6'2 junior. Brandon Ross at 11.9 points a game, leading scorer for the Blue Devils. He is a 5'9 junior. Elijah Vaught is a 5'9 junior, averaging 7-1 a game and 4.2 assists. He's in the top 5 in the league in assists. Mancini Jackson, a 6'3 senior, 9-1 a game, 7-9 rebounds. He leads the Blue Devils in rebounding right now. And Johnny Miller, another senior, 6'2 senior, 5-4 a game, 1.4 rebounds. And I might say, and we'll probably talk about this a couple times tonight, congratulations to Mancini Jackson. He is going to be signing to play football at the University of Findlay here coming up in about another week or so. For the Mariemont Warriors, they are coached by Jim Leon in his second year and his 21st year of coaching on the varsity level there. Of course, he had a state championship back at Woodward High School some years ago. So I got a little trivia fact for you a little bit later on about that. So anyway, they are going to be starting Cole Harden. He is a 6'1 senior. Charlie Tripp, he's second in the league in scoring, a 20.5 a game, 4.5 rebounds, shoots 85% from the line. Charlie's a 6'2 senior. He's going to Carnegie Mellon, too, to play basketball. He does very well in the classroom.
Yes, you have to.
Mandrew Hall, a 5'9 senior. He averages 5'8 a game, 2.7 rebounds. He's second in the league in steals. Anthony Garrett, a 5'10 senior, 8.6 a game, 4.8 assists. He's second in the league in assists. And Brad Westmeyer, 8.6 a game, 7.4 rebounds. He is fourth in steals, second in blocks in the league. Our officials tonight, Chris Dodd, Terry Direx, and Dan Dalton are our officials tonight. Bill Bretz, Frank Edwards, glad you have joined us here tonight on a very cold night. This is the time of year I'm glad that basketball is an indoor sport. Thank you very much.
Yep, that's for sure. It's a cold one in Cincinnati tonight.
All right. A lot of action here tonight in this building. Not only we got a basketball game here, but about a 2-minute walk away from here, from where we're sitting right now, is the CHL Diving Championships tonight here in the
I would like to catch a peek in that just to see how that works.
We go over at halftime tonight, watch a little diving here.
Just to see, because I would love to see how that goes, because
well, Noah Vigran from Indian Hill is over there tonight, and Noah is the defending Division II state champion.
Wow.
And
diving?
Yes,
she's
diving.
Really good then.
And he is very good. He's going to Stanford University.
Oh,
there you go. There's another guy that does
he does some of those, you ever watch the Summer Olympics?
Yeah.
It's amazing some of this, somersault flips some of these divers do that it blows me away. You've got to be super athletic to be able to do that.
Absolutely. Hey, we got the Winter Olympics coming up. You know what that means? Once every 4 years, we watch curling and figure skating.
Right.
So we got basketball to play here tonight. CHL action between the Warriors and the Blue Devils. And we're about ready to tip it up right here.
Both teams got very similar records. They're both coming in, pretty much playing at 500. So this is a big game so they can get a better seed in the tournament.
Absolutely. The seeding for the guys will be a week from Sunday, but they start actually doing the seeding online next week. So the Warriors get the tip and they get the ball here to start this game, and that's Anthony Garrett was holding the ball there for a second, and over to Andrew Hall. They're playing toss right now. Reading coming out in the zone.
Yep, zone defense to start the game. See what this causes problems. I don't know if they brought this in the first time. We'll see though. Nice skip pass.
Cross to Charlie Tripp. Tripp with the three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Miller. And Reading comes back the other direction here. Elijah Vaught now running out offense there for the Blue Devils. Brandon Ross. Ross, a transfer in from LaSalle. Oh, nice feed from Ross.
That's who I was looking for on a name, because I had seen him play against Deer Park earlier in the year, and he shot lights out. I mean, he was a high scorer for Reading, and I'm saying, I even told his mother, I was sitting by him in the game, I said, hey, tell him to keep shooting the ball. He's a really good shooter. Had a great touch.
He got an assist on that one to Mancini Jackson.
Nice save there by Mariemont.
Yeah, nice save by the Warriors. And it's stolen away by Ross.
Looking to set it up here.
Ross over to Johnny Miller. Taking the screen there from A.J. Brown. Now back over to Ross.
They're being very patient in this offensive possession for sure. Try to get a good high percentage
Miller
shot.
in
nice
the paint.
Pass.
Passes off to Mancini Jackson, and I think that was partially blocked by Westmeyer. We'll give Westmeyer a block on that.
Another turnover.
Turnover on the Warriors. Blue Devils. Johnny Miller is going to be triggering in now for the Reading Blue Devils. Elijah Vaught bringing the ball over the floor. Vaught, or over the timeline. Vaught is a junior.
Very quick off the dribble he is.
And there's a baseline drive by Ross, no good. Westmeyer rebound quickly. Back the other direction comes the Warriors. And Johnny Miller strips it away from Cole Harden.
Good defense coming back, hustling, because they had a great transition to get on that breakout there by Mariemont. You got to be quick to get back on defense.
Nice defense there by Johnny Miller. You can see it on that play right there on our replay. Warriors triggering in. Out to Tripp.
Real soft zone, not even the hands out right now. I don't know if the coach has implemented that. I'm not sure, but usually zones need to have hands out.
Anthony Garrett with the 8-footer goes in and out of the basket. The Warriors are still scoreless here with playing almost 3 minutes now. There's Ross, top of the key, no good on the three-pointer.
Still a good shot, though. I mean, like I said, he's a really good shooter.
Right. Ross shooting 38% from the three-point arc. He has 32 of them now. Westmeyer, no good. Miller with the rebound.
I see why they've implemented this zone. It seems like, I mean, for right now, early on, Mariemont has a struggle of shooting the ball. But it is still very early.
Ross, a little move into A.J. Brown, and he is fouled.
He does dish the ball very well, like you said.
Yes, he does. Charlie Tripp commits the foul, so for Tripp, that's the first foul and the first foul of the game.
Hey, AB, get the ball. AB, get the ball. Get it to him, get it to him. Johnny, give him the ball. Listen.
There's Vaught.
They were definitely going to get that to him. That was that was funny.
Yeah, we can hear Coach Stidham to the side of us over here. So
they were having a conversation as they were running offense.
Vaught kicks it back out to Brown and Miller, and the Mancini Jackson again cannot hold on to it. Good defense by Charlie Tripp underneath there. Vaught trying to get the baseline, and I think they're going to call a reach-in foul. They're going to call a reach-in foul on Andrew Hall. That's his first. That's the team's second. So we played almost half of the first quarter. Only 2 points have been scored in this game.
Right. Well, I think it's partly with Reading running, fully in offense, going through a few times to get a high percentage shot.
There's Ross, and kicks it out to Mancini Jackson, and Jackson couldn't hold on to it. Reading still has the ball. The Miller three-point attempt.
Nice shot.
Drains it. Johnny Miller.
There's going to be a quick timeout by Mariemont. He didn't like what he saw, and, partly they're not shooting the ball well so far in this zone.
Jim Leon, here we see the three-pointer coming up here from Johnny Miller.
Nice kick out. Just, hey, you got to, he's probably mad too. He was wide open, and that's what he does well, is shoot the three-pointer. You've got to contest that.
I think, Reading's had 2 shots and 2 assists on these shots too, which I think got to please Coach Stidham on that one. So that's 5 points. Mancini Jackson, let's say a little bit about Mancini. Congratulations to Mancini. He is going to sign, or he is signing a contract to play, letter to intent to play for the University of Findlay. And he'll be signing that next week at Reading High School. So
I've seen some really great plays by him.
Oh, he's
just a couple games, and I'm talking about like incredible games.
Well, he
catches at that.
Yeah, he was the, if I remember, Player of the Year here in the CHL for.
He well deserved, because I've seen catches. Probably from the ICRC highlight reel, Mariemont was one of them that was unbelievable catch.
Yeah.
But just even in the tournament up at Miami East, I believe.
Nice ball movement by the Warriors. Charlie Tripp gets his first basket. Of course, he is going to be a wide receiver there for the. At least I'm assuming he's going to be a wide receiver for the Oilers.
Yep, you never know when you get to that.
No, you never know, right? He could be a defensive back.
Right.
So
tough shot.
Miller shot. Mancini Jackson off the rim.
Got to use that glass.
Almost stolen by Miller. Back the other direction, and that was Garrett, and he could not fall. Elijah Vaught comes this direction now.
Game's picked up a little bit since that timeout also. I don't know if the coach told him to, let's see some running here before they can get into their zone.
Right. Well, neither team has subbed so far either, so. Brown. Out to Ross. Ross over the Brown.
Oh, nice block.
And that is blocked by Westmeyer. That's his second block. And a fancy move there by Cole Harden. What a move on the baseline by Cole.
Just changed his whole body in the middle of air. That was a great play by him.
He has 4 points now.
Got to set some good screens here.
Jackson holding the ball. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Been a quick quarter. As I said, no subs so far in the game.
Right. Only 2 fouls so far early on, too. Nice backdoor cut. Oh,
it's
got it too late.
Taken away by Cole Harden. Back the other direction. Cole Harden dishes it off to Andrew Hall for the basket, and the Warriors have their first lead now at 6-5.
Game of runs, as we call it. You know, that's why they call timeouts to, you know, hey, let's stop. It's our turn to have a run.
As we say that, Reading is going to be bringing in Braden Young. Miller.
Nice pass.
Miller to Brown, and it's good, and he's fouled.
Got a charge.
Or did they call it a charge? No basket to charge. I looked up, and I thought he had the basket.
The ball was out before he hit him. That's what I also thought, but, you know. Still, I like the effort seeing charges. That's something I don't see a lot of in basketball anymore in high school level.
Braden Young, number 23, has come in for the Blue Devils, 6-foot senior. Number 23, and Miller knocks it out of bounds. And Cameron Lackney is also in for Mariemont.
Too easy. Gonna get now. It's timeout. I'll take a timeout. That's how it is. That's how we do it.
I think that was Charlie Tripp they called on that one. He's got the basket. That's 8 points. So after being down 5-2, Mariemont has run off 6 straight points right now. Okay, now you want to hear the Jim Leon trivia question here. Okay, trivia, fact, I should say. All right, so he's been around for about 30 years coaching, 21 on the varsity level. He's been at Western Hills, Summit. He was at St. Ursula for a while, but he got a real success at Woodward, where he won a state championship back, I think probably about 20, 25 years ago.
Right.
And but he hired an assistant coach there. His name was Mick Cronin.
Wow.
That was Mick Cronin's first coaching job. He was hired by Jim Leon. Jim still says he still talks to him at least once a week.
Right.
Talks to Coach Cronin. So, and there is a steal. And a steal by Cole Harden in the basket, and it is now 10-5 game as the Warriors now have an 8-0 run.
Got to get a good play here, you know, try to calm them down, because like you said, it's been an 8-0 run. That's a tough.
Oh, that's right. Ross is being hounded by Hall, but now gets back over the other side to Miller.
Not moving. They're standing around right now. Don't know why that is. Tough play.
Mancini Jackson off the pick there, and he is fouled.
Reading the last few times on offensive possession, they came kind of stagnant, where they're not running a motion, and, you know, that's why we just saw a couple turnovers there with Mariemont baskets.
And Jermaine Fulton, a 6-foot senior, coming in the ball game. He replaces Brown for the Blue Devils. 15.3 seconds to go here in the corner of in the quarter. The foul was on Harden, by the way.
Wow, I can't believe they didn't call there. It was on his back.
There's Ross. Would not fall.
Got to stop ball.
Back
they
the
still
other
got
direction
time.
now. Charlie Tripp.
Too easy. That'll drive me nuts.
Tripp to Lackney, and Lackney gets the basket, and after being scoreless for almost the first half, the Warriors have now ran off 12 points, 10 in a row, and they lead 12-5 at the end of the first quarter.
And
okay, go ahead.
All it is, you know, they got it. I mean, this will give coaches gray hairs. I mean, all they're doing is beating them back. You know, you've got to hustle and always beat transition, and that's why they've got this lead right now.
You know, it's an interesting thing. A couple weeks ago, they Mariemont played Deer Park, and of course, everybody, if you follow basketball, you know how good the Wildcats are right now. They're undefeated in the league, undefeated in the season. And they were down, I believe it was like 32-18 at halftime. And in the third quarter, Mariemont had the ball first. Deer Park came out in a zone, and they did not challenge the Warriors.
Wow.
So they held the ball the whole quarter.
And what was the score? Were they down by 10 or something?
They were down by about 12.
Wow.
And they are down by 13. And what they were going to do is, he said the object was to try to get a three-pointer, you know, right at the end of the quarter.
And then still be down by 10.
Yeah, they'd still be down by 10.
That just makes sense.
But they did not get the three-pointer. So if you look at that box score right now, no points scored.
Oh my God! How many shots were taken? One.
Deer Park actually ended up winning the game though, 60-30. But
man,
but crazy quarter right there.
Yeah,
Second quarter here for
that'll make you scratch your head for sure.
Yeah, oh, absolutely, absolutely. Bill Bretz, Frank Edwards, glad you joined us here at ICRC Basketball. The Warriors have run 10 straight points off to take a 12-5 lead.
Just right here, see how they stand around. They got to always be moving. I don't know what's going on. They set some on-the-ball screens, but they got to all be moving. There's a turnover again just because of it.
Yep.
It's frustrating me, and I'm not even coaching.
Cross court, there's Cole Tripp, or Charlie Tripp, and it's no good. Tripp three-point attempt.
Miller's so good off the dribble, I would run isolation with him just because he's got a quick dribble and can take it to the hoop. Just when there's a lot of traffic, it's kind of hard to do. Jinxed him there, too.
And there he goes, Charlie Tripp. Tripp.
Wow.
And no call on that one. Young went to the floor, but there's no call.
No one guarded him. That was wide open. I mean, that's the same thing that happened in that first quarter when Mariemont called that timeout. You know, you got to put a hand in Miller's face or he's going to shoot those all day.
We have an officials timeout right now. Colt Harden is coming off the floor. I don't know if he got hit down there. Somehow we missed something on that, but Jackson Trester is coming in. Jackson's a 6-foot junior. So Harden on the bench scored 4 points here in the first quarter.
12-8 games, you know, still tight game right now early on.
And there's Westmeyer. He made it look easy in there.
Last few buckets have been easy for Mariemont.
Westmeyer, his first
Tough
points.
shot.
Baseline shot, no good. Rebounded.
Got to stop ball better than this.
Lackney with the rebound. And very quickly right now, Jackson Trester came off the bench. He scored a basket. That's 6 different Warriors have scored now.
Just shows you how many players ain't playing defense. I mean, they're going straight to the basket, and no one's actually stopping the ball.
Nope.
You're going to get a foul here.
The foul was on Jackson Trester. That's his first, and that is the team's 4th. So 5:57 to go here in the first half. The Warriors have a 14-3 run going right now.
Nice pass.
And nice pass in the inbounds from Miller in the A.J. Brown. He gets his first basket.
Let's see if they can get a good defensive possession here. It seems like the last few times they went right around him.
Tripp looking into Westmeyer, back out again now.
Nice
and
shot.
That's a three-pointer by Lackney.
Tough shot in the corner.
It's getting some bench scoring here for Coach Leon. He's got 7 points off the bench here, a 19-10 lead. Vaught. Young back to Miller. Miller trying to drive baseline, little floater, and in and out.
Should have went down.
There's more in than out, as they would say.
Nice save there.
Westmeyer in the middle. Well, if Coach Leon wasn't happy about the rebounding in the first time these two teams meet, he's got to be happier tonight. Because
been one and done.
Warriors are doing very well on the boards. And that's Westmeyer with the basket.
Got to call timeout. Agreeing with him.
Coach Stidham, we're going to see the last 2 baskets here. Coach Stidham calls a full timeout.
Well, I like the three-pointer, but those easy buckets, they're going to have to do a better job.
That's Lackney on that, and Westmeyer back on the other one. Westmeyer has 4 points. Lackney 5 off the bench. Trester has 2 off the bench. So the bench scoring at 7 is 21-10 in favor of the Warriors. Now in the first time these two teams met, looking here, I don't think Reading got out to a pretty good lead, but
Yeah, they did.
Mariemont had a good third quarter. They outscored the Blue Devils 20-8 in the third quarter.
They did.
Reading outscored them 27-12 though in the fourth to blow the game right open. But the first half, Mariemont only scored 10 points in the first half of that first time those two teams met.
Right. It looks like it was a one-man show too, with old Tripp getting 20 points on him that first game. That's half his team's points.
That's true. So, but this time around, Mariemont has 21 points in a quarter and a half. So doing much better than the first time that these two teams met. Vaught bringing the ball over the floor, over the timeline for the Blue Devils. Mancini Jackson back in the game. Also, Nash Morgan is in the game for
Nice
Reading.
shot. Nice coming off the screen.
And that's Ross. Going to call it a 3 or a 2.
It was a 2, just inside the 3.
2, yep. And for Braden Ross, that's his first basket. Westmeyer loses a little bit, but he gains it back.
He definitely needs to get active because I believe he had 17 in their first matchup.
Charlie Tripp kicks it out to Westmeyer. Westmeyer has 6 points in this quarter.
That Tripp does a great job when he does get the ball into the basket, you know.
Unforced turnover on the Blue Devils. The ones that bring you gray hair if you're a coach.
Yeah, a lot of things in this game would bring us, we'd be all gray hair.
And we see Cole Harden back in the ball game. He took a fall here towards the end of the first quarter.
Glad to see he's okay.
Yeah, he's back in the ball game. Anthony Garrett.
Readings came out of that zone and became man-to-man defense just because they were breaking it so bad with layups.
Well, the Garrett misses a layup on that time.
They got to move. You see how you heard coach move, because that's what I've seen a few times where they were stagnant and not moving.
Morgan, a junior. Over the Brown. Vaught trying to drive in the paint. Too high off the backboard. Morgan was there to pick up the rebound, and he gets fouled.
Nice offensive rebound there. Just had the inside position. Now he's got to hit some big free throws.
Lackney picks up the foul. That's his first. That's the team's 5th. That puts Morgan at the line. Nash Morgan makes the first one, so he's in the books now.
I believe the girls' team from Mariemont's really good, right? And they just got upset by Madeira.
Yeah, well, they're both pretty good. And the girls, the Mariemont girls play tomorrow afternoon here. They play Wyoming in a big CHL match. Both them and Madeira are tied, essentially tied. Madeira's 10-1 and Mariemont's 9-1. They have one more game to play, so it's going to come down to the wire there for the girls. We get a timeout. We'll talk to you a little bit more about some of the things going on in CHL. A lot of exciting action here.
It's the exciting times.
Yes, it is. Big time of the year.
And then before you know it, we'll have track and baseball, right around the corner.
And then we'll have football. Well, now we're really speeding up things.
No, it is.
We've got to have summer first.
That's how it is, though.
Oh, how's that for Ross and Brown?
Good and one.
That's the second time that Ross has found Brown underneath.
He's got some really good assists so far in his first half, Ross. He's contributing in other ways and not scoring, With having 17 in that first matchup, he's got to find some, stats somewhere else, or that's why, they need him to score and be big because he's a good player.
AJ's a 52% foul shooter. Westmeyer back in the ball game for Mariemont. Hall back in. Miller back in for the Blue Devils.
Nice job. Nice job by him getting that offensive rebound, hit some free throws. So that's how you contribute off the bench.
A.J. Brown now trying to get his 5th point of the quarter. Off the rim, Westmeyer with the rebound.
He was spot on with that 50%.
So we're approaching 2-minute mark of the first half.
That was close.
Charlie Tripp.
Nice hustle.
Trying to hold on to it. He's being hounded by Brown and
Nice effort by Reading, though, this defensive possession. You see them playing harder now since they're fighting back.
Brown and Ross, Tripp only has 4 points right now. Instead, he comes in at 20.5 average. He's only been in single digits twice this season. And Warriors cannot get the ball in, so they call a timeout.
Like I was saying, they're playing tougher defense, and that's why they did get the timeout in time. So it wasn't a turnover.
So Jim Leon calls a
good timeout.
30-second timeout here. That's his second one he has on season. Reading will have a home game next week, Tuesday, with Wyoming, and then they finish up on the road. They have 3 years straight on the road here.
Well, it's really been a week or a season on the road.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Bearcats playing at
yeah, that's
NKU.
Right. Yeah, they're playing
Sports Plus.
They're playing Sports Plus, and but they finish on the road at Taylor, at Norwood, and at Finneytown. So.
Right. Well, you play the tournament on the road, so you might as well get ready for that.
Get used to it. Yep. We're going to call reach-in foul on Brown.
Yep, it's 6-1, now 6-2 in the foul department, so you sometimes see these quick fouls to even it up a little bit. It's just the story. That's how the game works.
That's Brown's second foul, and I'm not sure if they only have 2 fouls, and both of them are by A.J. Brown, and I don't know if Coach Stidham actually knows he only has 2 fouls. And Westmeyer, boy, he has been good this quarter. That's 8 points.
Big-time player.
And Westmeyer averages 8-6 a game.
But I want to see what they can do for Ross. Try to get him moved so he can come off a screen and hit a three-pointer. That's why he hasn't had a lot of points. They haven't been moving the ball too well.
Hey, Vaught almost splits the defense right there. Nice Mancini Jackson finishes up.
Need more of Mancini Jackson and Summer Ross. That's the reason why they're down by 7. But there's a long game. They can regroup in the second half.
25-18. Reading's back within 7 right now.
Right.
So. They had for most of this quarter, Mariemont's had a double-digit lead, but Blue Devils closed within 7.
The long three-pointer.
Three-pointer off the rim, and Ross with the rebound. Quickly back the other direction comes the Blue Devils. Ross, high off the rim. There's Mancini Jackson, and he's fouled from behind.
Thought that was going in. But yeah, I'll tell you what, he's an incredible football player and athlete. Does Mancini play track? Does he run track?
He ran track. Well, I had him as a coach team. He ran track at least 1 year.
Right.
Actually, he ran. No, I take it back. He ran last year.
Okay.
So he's been 2 years. 2 of his 3 years.
Athlete, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, I thought maybe he could even go play Division I football. That's how well I thought he did play on the field. So Finley's getting himself a really great player, and like to see good things in the future.
He was getting a good look from Mancini. Makes 1 of 2. He was getting looks from Ashland. As a matter of fact, Ashland had offered him something, but I think he was holding out to see if he got anything better. Apparently, he's much more comfortable at Finley. Charlie Tripp, it bounces around. Mancini Jackson with the
That's a big thing with student athletes. So you got to be comfortable where you're wanting to go. Sometimes you don't want to just have the name. You got to know that your heart's there and you're comfortable, because you'll just set yourself up for disaster if not. And that should be for any kid that's going to go to college.
Yeah.
You got to just because it's a big name, you might not like it and not be your cup of tea.
I've seen a lot of athletes make mistakes.
Right.
That, and it just didn't work out for him. Jermaine Fulton back in the ball game for Reading. A.J. Brown takes a seat on the bench, and Mariemont has the ball with 30 seconds to go here. Let's see if the Warriors will just play for 1 right now.
Let's see what
They're
we
up
get
by
out of
6
defense here.
So Reading's making a bit of a comeback in this second half of this second quarter, but Mariemont still with the 6-point lead.
I have a feeling there's something Tripp here is going to get a screen, on the ball screen. Ooh, tough.
Vaught almost took it away.
Wow.
There is a little floater taken by Ryan Manneries, and the ball is out of bounds.
Good defense there by Reading to close out this first half.
Ryan, a 6'2 sophomore, came in the game there towards late in the second quarter. So Mariemont goes to the locker room here with a 25-19 lead over the Reading Blue Devils. Frank and I will be back in just a moment. Don't go away. Bill Brett's Frank Edwards back here at Mariemont High School, where you see the Warriors are up 25-19 over the Blue Devils at halftime. And scoring, A.J. Brown for Reading has 4. Braden Ross has 2. Mancini Jackson has 5. He's 5 points. Nash Morgan 2. Johnny Miller 2 3-pointers. He's leading scorer.
Really
for the Blue
quick
Devils.
first half. I mean, for a boys basketball game.
Absolutely. The Warriors, they're led by Jackson Trester. He had 2 off the bench. Andrew Hall had 2. Cameron Lackney had 5 off the bench. Charlie Tripp 4. Cole Harden 4. Brad Westmeyer 8 points. We've started second half right now. We're going to do those playback times at the end of the third quarter. So get a pencil and paper ready. And when we get some breaks in here, we're going to tell you a little bit more about what CHL is doing right now. And here's Charlie Tripp. We talked about him not scoring that much right now. He comes out with a basket here in the first 20 seconds.
How many did he have in the first half?
He only had 4. He has 6 now.
Him and Ross have had a kind of a quiet first half in scoring.
Absolutely. There's Ross with the shot, too high off the backboard. Cole Harden. Westmeyer now over. Westmeyer moving quickly up the floor. Kicks it back to Garrett. Garrett off the rim. Ross with the rebound.
Got lucky there because he was wide open.
Elijah Vaught now slows it down here for the Blue Devils.
On the ball screen. Looking pick and roll action.
Mancini Jackson kicks it back out to Vaught.
Got to move though.
AJ, that is Charlie Tripp steals the ball. Hustle. Stolen back by Vaught. He never really had control of it. But Johnny Miller thought about three-pointer. Brown in the middle to Mancini Jackson, and they're going to call Westmeyer over the back, and the crowd doesn't like that one. I thought it looked pretty clean. Let's see it on the replay.
Nice pass, though, by the Blue Devils. Pass underneath. Almost needed that head fake there. And as I seen it again, it did look like it was clean. But, hey, you know, got to take him when you can.
Brad, that's his second. Mancini Jackson at the line here. He's 0 for 1 tonight, 43% foul shooter.
There we go.
Nice.
Just got to take your time and be like a machine.
7-point lead now.
Repetition.
Blue Devils got it back within 6 just before the half. Trying to get it back to 6 now. Off the rim, Mancini Jackson almost with the rebound and good hustle, and finally taken by Westmeyer.
Whoa. You almost got taken out, my friend.
A.J. Brown almost joined the broadcast team right there.
He did, very quickly at that, too. Before you know it, he was on your lap.
That's right.
I guess that's one thing. We got this bunker here. We can duck when something happens. Like, oh, gotta go.
I think they said the foul was on Elijah Vaught.
Nice shot. Rainbow 3.
Charlie Tripp. He now has 9.
Tough shot.
Off the rim. Westmeyer rebound. Back to a double-digit lead now for the Warriors.
Got to stop the ball 1,000 times.
Oh, nice drive in there by Andrew Hall, but just right off the rim, stripped away by Hall.
Turnover.
You can see why Hall
Another turnover.
Turnover's back. Like the bakery shop is open. Turnovers everywhere here. So T.J. Manning coming in for Reading. Manning's seen his first action. Played a lot in the JV game tonight. He's a quick player out there on the floor.
Ross is coming out, and he looks like he's a little frustrated with himself. He knows he's having you're going to have games like this. You just got to pick yourself up. You know, the other players, other seniors, captains, say, hey, get out there. We need you out there. We know you haven't had the best first half, or third quarter, but we need you when it counts.
Mancini Jackson with Westmeyer guarding him. He had to alter his shot, so good defensive job by Westmeyer.
Ooh, off his back.
Charlie Tripp wasn't even looking. He broke for the basket, but kind of forgot to do something there. He got to turn around and look at the ball.
Yeah, the coach is asking him. He was taken out, blindsided. I don't know if he was moving or whatnot, but his defense has got to let him know when he's got an on-the-ball screen, because that's how guys get blindsided.
Let's see if we're going to see this again.
There's a little just give and go from Mancini.
Oh, that's Mancini, okay.
But, yeah, that last play, I mean, it could be partly your own team's fault by not letting the other player know that you got to pick left.
Didn't see who the foul was. Let's see if Polly knows who the foul was on.
Number 4, I believe.
Charlie Tripp.
Yes, sir.
Picks up the foul. Mancini Jackson with the foul attempt. That is no good.
Just got to concentrate, take a deep breath, just like in practice.
Mancini 2 for 5 from the line here tonight.
There you go.
And gets that one.
Like I said, sometimes it's all being in your rhythm. Don't rush it. Get your legs,
Jackson has 7. Back to a 9-point lead now for the Warriors. Charlie Tripp off the rim. Westmeyer tries a battle with the rebound with Mancini Jackson, but out of bounds on Mariemont. Vaught driving for the basket, and they're going to call, I think, a reach-in foul on Andrew Hall.
One thing I've seen tonight that I think Reading should keep doing, what they did there, is take the ball to the the rack. They're getting a lot of fouls when they do this. You can see them go to take it to the rack, and they just get beat and they foul them.
I think he was a little frustrated on that. I think Hall might have wanted a possession call on that.
You're right. He did look like he was in the act of shooting, because he was.
Yeah, and he was holding on to the ball itself, but called the foul. Brown now back in the ball game. AJ, 8-footer,
nice shot.
got it.
Nice job by Mancini setting up the screen for that little short jumper.
6 points now for AJ Brown. 7-point lead again.
Someone needs to step up and take a charge. Nice soft jumper.
Mancini's coming out. Mancini looks tired right now.
Yeah.
He's coming right by us right now, and he looks tired. Jermaine Fulton, senior, in the ball game.
Here comes AJ.
Charlie Tripp, 3-pointer, drains it.
Nice set play there by Mariemont. They drew that right out of that bounds right there.
2 in a row, and Charlie's getting his points now. He's got 8 in this quarter, 12 for the game. Gives his team a double-digit lead again. Vaught with the 3-point attempt off the rim. Tripp.
Wow.
Knocks it out of bounds.
Got lucky there because he was over his back, too. Got lucky.
Officials are talking it over right now. I'm not sure if it was off Brown or not. Yeah, it was actually off Brown.
Oh, man, that's going to be frustrating because he's all the way back here.
Well,
what's so frustrating about that is he was under the baseline. I don't know how he trumped him, but guess he did.
Well, the one officials could see it a little bit better. So.
Right. That's why they talked it over, and that's why they changed it, I guess. You're right, Bill.
Lackney being guarded by Vaught there.
Biggest lead of the night so far for Mariemont.
Charlie Tripp now has 10 points in this quarter.
They definitely need Ross in there right now, just because threats on shooting the ball right now. All I see is Miller out there, and they need another shooter out there.
Coming back in the ball game is Anthony Garrett. Coming out right now is Andrew Hall going to take a seat on the bench to take a rest. Miller the Vaught.
Got to design something up here. Pack it back. There you go.
And Miller, a 3-pointer off the rim. He had a
nice shot.
Yeah.
Got to stop the
time.
ball.
Charlie Tripp, 3-pointer off the rim also. Miller with the rebound. Kicks it back out to Manning, and Manning, it's stolen away by Westmeyer. Charlie Tripp. Garrett with the ball. He's being guarded by Manning. I'm told how quick Manning is. You can see the quickness.
Wow.
And that's Lackney.
Timeout.
Lackney, he's his second 3-pointer.
Ross and Mancini's coming back in the game, which is tough having both those top players out, and that's really, Mariemont is shooting the ball really well, but you got to have some scorers in there with Miller.
As I said, the first time around, Reading held this team to only 31% shooting, and the Blue Devils had more attempts, too, in that game themselves. But right now, Mariemont, at least this quarter, is shooting quite well. They have a 13-4 run in this quarter. right now to move that lead up to 15 points.
Yeah, they definitely, it's go time now because, you know, got 1 quarter left after the 3 minutes, so they're going to have to start coming back and fighting back now.
That is a timeout. That's a 30-second timeout by Bill Stidham. I believe both teams still have 3 timeouts left. They do. 2:56 to go. Once again, with the playback times, we will have them at the end of this quarter. We'll also tell you about our crew here tonight.
Nice inside look, but nice block.
Mancini blocked by Westmeyer. At least 3 blocks tonight by Westmeyer. See this again, just perfectly timed.
Got to go up strong. He's kind of fading away. Nice pass.
Charlie Tripp waited for the committed and got the basket. Nice job by Charlie Tripp.
Got to get a good shot here.
12 points. Brown, Tripp knocks it away. Regained by A.J. Brown.
Nice corner look.
There's Ross. In and out on 3-pointer. Mancini Jackson right there. Offensive rebound up. And he is
just
fouled.
One of those nights, you know, like I said, that was a shot that was in and out. You're going to have those nights, you know. It's going to frustrate you as a player, you know.
Well, Mancini's making Westmeyer work underneath here, that's for sure. Westmeyer picked up his 3rd foul. Mancini back at the line right now where he's 3 for 6 tonight. Jackson now, first attempt.
Nice free throw.
He has 3 this quarter, 8 for the game. 2:20 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Almost want someone to go up to Ross and say, hey, man, shake it off. We know you're a good scorer. You know, I can see him frustrated because of these shots not going in. And, you know, sometimes you just got to really shoot yourself out of the slump.
Misses the second one. Ryan Matarese is in the game, number 14. Kicks it back out. That's Lackney. Wow. What a night he's having. 11 off the bench right now for him. Manning, though, back the other direction, tries a 3-pointer, does not fall.
Just too easy.
Nice little layup there by Anthony Garrett, but he's fouled.
Just been one of those ball games where, you know, Reading's been flat, the scores ain't scoring, so that's why we have this lead right now. Mariemont's done a great job by, you know, hitting their shots. Probably by unsung players too, you know, points where they're not used to getting.
How about Anthony Garrett? Averages 8-6 a game. That's his first point. He's only a 32% foul shooter. I find that hard to believe.
Right, he hasn't shot a lot of them.
He hasn't apparently, so... but he got 2 right there, and they now have a 21-point lead. Reading had closed it within 6. Brown with the basket there. He now has 8.
There's
and
a good
stolen
turnover.
by Manning.
Oh, good hustle, though. You know, that's the effort you want to see. Hopefully everybody can take a page out of his book because you need that type of effort by everybody if you want to come back. There you go. See, he's doing really good.
Garrett,
it's all right.
It's a reach-in foul on Manning.
It's okay. It's a good effort by him.
It's hustle out there.
They need that type of effort right now.
Charlie Tripp back on the floor now again for the...
Just picking them up full court. All they need to do is clear it out. I was never a big fan of the man-to-man press.
Matarese. And Matarese is knocked to the floor by Mancini Jackson. And they're going to say that that was a clean block on.
Yep.
And that name Matarese sounds familiar. Yes, his father is John Matarese. 9 on your side. Thank you very much. We'll save you money. Shot by Ross is no good. Whistle, though.
Manufacture your own shots, you know, when it ain't falling.
Foul is on Anthony Garrett. That's his first.
Wow, it was on the floor? Wow.
Yeah.
Been a tough break on the foul. Foul's not shooting ball here tonight. Off the
Ross.
Tough shot.
In and out. Elijah Vaught with the rebound, and he is fouled, and he's going to go to the line.
No doubt about that. These free throws.
Foul is on Ryan Matarese, 6'2" sophomore. It's his first foul.
Nice offensive rebound.
That puts Vaught at the line for 2. Jermaine Fulton ready to come back in the ball game for the Blue Devils. And he's going to replace somebody. I think he already replaced somebody.
Unless they're bringing 6 on, huh? It'd be kind of unfair.
No, there's only 5 on the floor. I've counted them. Vaught missed his second one. Elijah, that's his first point, by the way. So we are closing out this third quarter. The Warriors have built up a nice lead. They outscored Reading in that first game in the third quarter, doing the same thing in this game.
Got to get up on them. Got to play hungry. Got to go up on them. Got to work hard. It's the effort the Blue Devils need.
That's a travel.
Like I said, the effort, when you have that type of effort, you got to have a deep bench, though, because you do get tired quick.
Ross Miller back in the ball game for the Blue Devils. They're going to replace Fulton. I think Miller is out, or no, Miller's not out of the game. Fulton and Manning are out of the game.
Gosh, that's frustrating.
Now, Vaught was just kind of dribbling right in front of us.
Almost had a 10-second time over. That's what got him so frustrated. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. That's been the story of the game, though, that type of that, they came out flat. And
yeah.
That would have been a horrible 10-second call, too. No one's
guarding. That would have been, there was nobody within 20 feet of him.
Man.
So, Miller and whistle before he threw it in.
And then Ross gets a shot, and he got it to fall when it's a dead ball. So that's, like I said, I can see how he is as a player right now. It's like, well, that goes in when it's the dead ball.
Charlie Tripp picks up the foul. That's his third. Manning and Fulton back in the ball game. Ross takes a seat on the bench.
Oh, he's got free throws. Wow, the bonus.
And the foul, as I said, was on Tripp. This is Brown at the line, off the rim. Mancini Jackson, offensive rebound, and just
got to get back.
Barely falls. 12 seconds to go here.
Reaching.
A.J. Brown picks up his third. And that's Reading's 15th foul that they had.
That Woodward team you were talking about earlier, I wonder if Damon Flint played for that team. That might be a...
it could have been. 1988 is when that Jim Leon won that state championship. Charlie Tripp, no good.
Oh,
Jackson.
That was a travel too.
And
got away with it. Wow.
Jermaine Fulton.
Everybody in the stands knew it, and I was kind of cringing as I seen it.
They let it go, but Jermaine Fulton gets the basket. And Reading, it's within 2 right now. You see some of our baskets here in the first half. Charlie Tripp, a big quarter.
Nice fight by Reading, though, to close out that quarter, because they were down by 20 and some change.
Yeah. Charlie Tripp, 12 points in that quarter. There's one of them. That was a nice effort on his part to wait to the player commit. All right, those playback times I think will be coming up. There they are. Saturday the 3rd, 9 a.m. Channel 18, Channel 848 if you're on the Cincinnati Bell. Sunday the 4th, 5 p.m. Monday the 5th, 8 p.m. It would have been my mother's birthday on that day. And Tuesday the 6th at 4 p.m. We got a lot of ICRC basketball coming up here. Girls tournament draw. There you see the Mariemont faithful there, the student section. The girls tournament draw is this Sunday. The boys tournament draw will be
it's upon us already.
Coming up in about another week or so. We'd like to thank our camera operators tonight, Nate Campana, Connor Smith, Craig Burke, our ever loyal Kyle Evans out there on the floor with the camera work, and of course,
really good crew today.
Our main man, Dean Lowry, is in the. Let's see, Dean is producer, director, technical director, replay, and graphics.
Wow.
He drove the truck, and he supplies everything. Dean, great job as usual here. We're starting quarter number 4 here, Mariemont. Warriors are trying to draw even on the season at 9-9.
Watch him behind you.
Blue Devils.
No way. They're going to call a jump ball. Oh, he didn't. That was a good call by him. That was saved by the coach there. He's been talking to him all night. He earned that one.
Ross and Miller back in the ball game.
The coach definitely earned that one. Hats off to him.
Westmeyer going to trigger it in now for the.
Oh, yeah, it's black.
Anyway, I think it said.
You know, what's so shocking is I even knew they said black.
He said black, but then.
He got trumped again. He's like, nope, you're not going to call it. They just said it was Reading's ball, which is so. He said it.
That's what I thought he said.
I mean, it's been one of those nights.
Bill didn't like it.
Because like I said, I thought he earned it.
And he could have brought his subs back out again, but he didn't do that either.
I mean, that's frustrating.
Reading trying to trap, but Westmeyer brings it over the timeline for the Warriors.
Got to play up because they're going to play possession. If not.
And that was tipped away by Vaught.
Reading can't catch a call tonight.
No. Charlie Tripp loses the ball underneath. Ross comes back the other direction now for the Blue Devils.
Player Mancini bumped him.
Miller, a little floater, got it.
He does. He's done that for a few years now. He's got that floater. I mean, it was never a part of my game because I'm telling you what, he's got it down to an art form.
8 points now for Johnny Miller. There's all alone under the basket. Cole Harden, another basket.
Just under the basket. Somebody didn't have their man when they were playing hard. They should have kicked it out there.
And ball no good. It's put back up by Mancini. Jackson again.
Got to keep playing. Look, again, going to get beat.
Jackson got 10 points. Westmeyer is fouled.
It looked like the ball slipped too. Tough break.
A.J. Brown picks up the foul, and I believe that is 4 on him.
Wow.
They say 3. 16 foul, but Westmeyer will be at the line there. First time tonight. Line 52% foul shooter got the first one. He has 9 points.
These numbers don't portray what they're shooting.
No.
At the line.
Braden Young back in the ball game for Reading. Number 23, Jermaine Fulton, number 11, back in the ball game for the Blue Devils. Second foul shot now by Westmeyer, trying to get double figures, and he does. That's 10 now. Miller, 3-point,
nice
got
shot.
it, drained it. You know, Miller has 4 field goals tonight. 3 of them are 3-pointers. Has 11 points.
He's dead. Got to get up on him.
Good Tripp and Miller.
Unbelievable. That's kind of a shocker because he wasn't even around him, and that's what's he's been. I'm usually not hard on officials, but he's been a stickler for Reading tonight, and we're both the ICRC schools with affiliates.
Yeah.
But one side, all you can do is keep playing.
Fulton picks up the foul. That's his first. That puts
head scratchers.
Garrett at the line, 32% foul shooter. Didn't look like it. He's 3 for 3 tonight. If he is 32%, which I know that's what the stats said, he's improving it.
It won't be after tonight, I would say.
No. All of his points are from the foul line.
And for a team, too, they've done really well at the line.
Well, Mariemont's 6 for 6 in this half from the foul line. Ross, little floater, gets the roll. And Braden Ross, that's his 4th point only in the game, averaging just under 12.
Turnover. Holt grabbed the ball. Ooh.
That's Vaught.
Oh, a technical? Oh my gosh, the same.
I don't know
ref.
if I don't know. Okay,
here
the
we got
technical.
a review. A high five, and got a technical for giving him a high five. Huh. It's been the same ref.
That's unbelievable. Oh, well.
It's been the same ref tonight, which I don't know if he's had a grudge, but.
Well, Vaught picks up a foul because of the technical. The foul was initially on Andrew Hall.
And he just went to he said, hey, I'm sorry for pushing you. And he reached out his hand and he got the technical.
Yeah.
Which they're going to get, the coaches are going to be able to watch this at home, and they're going to be more upset than even are right now.
Yeah. Unless something happened before that.
I want to see what the ref says.
Something might have happened before that.
Oh, I wish I could hear it.
All right, Vaught makes the foul shot. That's for the foul now, okay? So he's got 2 foul shots, or he made the first one, off the rim. Okay, that's the second one. Now we go back down the other direction. And I guess because of technical foul, they can have anybody shoot the foul shot. Of course, Charlie Tripp's an 85% foul shooter, so you're naturally going to put him at the line.
And all night he's been a stickler for Reading, which I hate to say that, but it's been kind of, I don't know if the score maybe be closer, but I think they still would be losing.
12, 16, that's 17 now for Tripp.
Man, they're good free
18.
throws.
They are. They have made 8 out of 8 in this quarter, or in this half. Actually, they had no attempts in the second half, so they're 8 for 8 in the game right now.
Well, that deflated Reading a little bit. That, just getting the ball and hitting those free throws, I'm telling you, that technical is that big. It's just, I'm just saying it took a lot of life out of them.
Yeah. 5:40 to go in this game. It's 53-39.
Because we don't have shot clock, so it's just that was detrimental for the game.
Brown almost takes it away from Tripp, but Westmeyer now.
Possession, they're running.
Garrett.
They got to play hard because this is all they're going to do if they're not careful.
Lackney, and it is taken away by Brown. The Vaught,
wow,
underneath, and he is fouled, and I think it's going to be on Lackney, I believe.
Here's a replay of just good hustle by Reading, saving the ball out of bounds.
Vaught was a little bit too deep in there, but he was fouled anyway. That puts Elijah Vaught back at the line there, and he's an 80% foul shooter. He's 2 for 4. Vaught gets that one. He's 3 for 5 now. Donnie Patterson, a 6'2 junior, seeing his first action tonight for the Blue Devils.
That means that on button better be ready now. You can't be lackadaisical after this free throw. You got to be up on your man.
Another fast player for the Blue Devils right now in Patterson.
You got to get him. See if they can get some turnovers here. Good job.
And a lot of hustle right there. The hustle by Fulton to Patterson. TJ Manning takes a three-pointer, and he got it. TJ Manning.
Got to keep going. We're going to get a timeout here by Mariemont. Great effort by Reading.
Jim Leon's going to call a timeout. He is upset with his players. He's going to call a full timeout.
And what he's going to do is calm his players down this timeout and say, hey, we're letting them come back by causing these turnovers. And what he's saying to his team is, hey, keep up the effort. You got to have intensity, and that's how you're going to cause turnovers.
Well, you were talking about, let's go back to that technical foul. Sometimes that can inspire a team too.
True. Yep.
In Reading now, it was 53-39 after that technical. After his move, now it's 53-44. So they have 5 points now.
A couple more turnovers, and you never know how this game is amazing.
They'll be back. They can be right back in it. You see Bill Stidham down there with this team. He's third-year coach at Reading.
They got to have that same effort, though. Same effort. Not one guy can be off because they'll get a layup. Yeah. So they got to bring intensity. That's for sure. Great job, though, to see that effort.
And Jim Leon, he might want to have his players kind of slow this thing down, maybe.
Set some screens and then say clear it out. That's what I'm telling my team right now in Mariemont.
Yeah. They were successful at that at the beginning of the game.
Well, we saw a lot of types of defenses tonight, too. We've seen some zones, then we went just the way the games went.
Westmeyer going to trigger it in here. 4:55 to go in the game. Back to a 9-point lead, down single digits now for Warriors.
Wow. You got to make sure they're up on them. Good effort. That's what you need to do.
Garrett, Westmeyer, off the rim.
Good box out, too, by him. That was great box out. They're going to get a foul.
And Vaught.
I'm telling you, they're chipping away. You know, they keep up this effort. They're going to be back right in this game with four and some change back.
That's Westmeyer's 4th foul.
Definitely got to hit your free throws, though, just like Mariemont has.
Vaught, Reading has not been nearly as successful at the line as the Warriors have. Vaught makes that one. He has 5 of 7. He's an 80% foul shooter. So
closest the game's been since the first, maybe the beginning of the third quarter.
They got it down to about 6 in that quarter, and now they're back within 7
going
again.
For the touchdown. Tough pass. I mean, that was a tough one.
And they're going to call foul on T.J. Manning, baseline.
Mariemont took a chance there because that could have definitely been a turnover. So nice play by both those players from Mariemont.
Manning took his 2nd foul. Johnny Miller about ready to come back in for the Blue Devils. And Braden Ross back in the game also for the Blue Devils. Fulton and Patterson take a seat on the bench here. And we have Cole Harden at the line for the first time tonight, a 44% foul shooter.
Maybe he'll be the one that actually is 44. And we are. I am right. Oh, wow, we got a
Jake's team.
You know, here's the thing. He's back at it. Same one.
And they called on Brown.
I've known coaches to write the refs after games.
Yeah.
Just for instances of this, because they get to go home and watch these films.
Yeah. Brown has 4 fouls. He comes out of the game. Westmeyer at the line. He has 2 foul shots this quarter.
All the players can do is keep playing. Let the coaches, talk to them. Because, they got to make up some of these calls because it's getting to the point where I'm getting frustrated watching.
All right, that's the first foul shot that the Warriors have missed tonight.
2, actually. They missed that first one, too, when he got that foul.
That's right. I'm sorry they did. Cole Harden missed the one. So it's still an 8-point game,
Tough
and
shot,
the shot was short by Vaught.
I think they might have a smarter shot for, the players. Nice steal.
Vaught, though, steals the ball from Tripp, back the other direction, splits 2 players.
Nice pass.
Dishes it back off to Brown. Brown
layups,
misses it. Charlie Tripp back the other side. Tripp, easy layup.
They got to get a better high percentage shot.
Tripp now has his average at 20.
And bunches at that, too. Definitely this half has been his half.
He's got 16 in this half.
Nice half by him.
Miller drive into paint, kicks it out to Brown. Brown 12-footer, misses.
Mariemont's doing a good job boxing out. Like what you said, the coach said they didn't do well that first time they played. Well, this quarter they're doing a good job.
I think they're winning the battle of the boards tonight. So. Braden Ross picks up his first foul, puts Charlie Tripp at the line now. Tripp 2 for 2 tonight.
I'm actually surprised the head coach for Reading hasn't got a tee yet because there's been so many plays that's going to make you say, what? Why? What happened? What did I do?
Mancini Jackson back in for the Blue Devils. A.J. Brown takes a seat on the bench. Charlie Tripp. So after being very successful from the line, the Warriors are now only 1 for 5 and 1 for the last 5. Back to an 11-point lead.
And they got to go time. Make some offense. See, there's some of this stagnant stand around is not going to work.
That little floater shot by Miller, and it doesn't fall. Charlie Tripp the other direction.
Walk.
Charlie Tripp, that's short. Mancini Jackson comes out with the rebound. Vaught back up the floor now for the Blue Devils. 3-point attempt, no good from the corner by Manning. Garrett gonna take it himself, got it. Anthony Garrett, that's his 6th point, his first basket of the night.
They haven't found a good job for Ross. I mean, they haven't been looking for Ross this last few series, and now it's back to a...
That's a nice move by Westmeyer right there. He has 12.
Some costly missed shots just took the lead. They had it within 6 or 7.
Yep, it was within 7. Now it's back up to 15, and Mancini Jackson. And it's timeout by Bill Stidham. I think it's a 30-second. So
listening to the ref talk to the coaches, because I'm the same predicament they're saying, because I'm like, well, you know, what can you do? You got to try not to be mean to them, reverse psychology them, say, hey, you know, what happened down there? Be really nice, because they need something, because they haven't had a lot of calls by him tonight at all.
No, but the problem about it is they haven't stopped Mariemont.
Right,
though, in the
yeah, like I said, it wouldn't have made any difference. I mean, like
No.
you said, it might have shed a couple points, but also some of the plays he did call in the crucial parts of the game, but you're right. When it comes down to it, Reading's got to stop Mariemont.
Right. They have not stopped him in the transition, and
That's right.
That has been the and Mariemont's had them some runs here tonight. Like I said, they've had they were down to within 7. Now they have an 8-point run now. They moved it up to 13.
That's what I was wanting that last time. It's like he was going for the Tom Brady Super Bowl pass there.
Ross, who's going?
Ross has a quiet night. How many points has he got tonight?
Ross only has 4 tonight.
That's a big. He's a big. They had just having offense was kind of flat at times, and that was a big part of it too. But hopefully they can get this wrinkle out and be ready. You know, got a couple games before the tournament, and be ready to play. Because I mean, they've been said for other coaches. They're a really good team in the tournament this year.
Ross, nice little reverse layup by Braden Ross. That's only his 6th point. 4 in this quarter. 11-point lead.
May have to start fouling here, if not getting the trap. Good job, though.
TJ Manning stepped in front of Anthony Garrett, knocked the ball out of bounds. Donette Patterson coming back in, along with Jermaine Fulton.
The old subbing game when you have 4 fouls. That's that name of the game. You'd be like, man, they've been going in and out.
Yep, Braden Young takes a seat on the bench.
Yeah.
Come on, TJ, that's your ball. Good, Johnny, good.
And double team. Garrett was double teamed down here by Manning and Miller, but manages to throw it off a Blue Devil.
Last resort.
Lackney triggering in now for the Warriors, and he's going to call timeout. That's a 4th timeout now by Mariemont. So they got 1 left. At least that's what I see. They have both teams with 2 timeouts, but now I think they're showing that both teams have. Reading has, well, they're calling Reading. Did Reading call that timeout or not? But they said Reading has 1 timeout left. Both teams have 1 timeout left. So there you go. They're both teams, yes. And see the crowd right there. There's Coach Jim Leon. A lot of success over the years with several schools. As we said, a state championship with Woodward since his 2nd year here at Mariemont.
Wow. 10-year coach for sure.
Has over 62% winning percentage in his career.
They give those coaches the big bucks for those.
Oh, there's Charlie Tripp.
Charlie
Tripp got the easy layup.
Yep.
Got it off the inbounds. Tripp 22. Miller.
Wow. Gonna get, I thought it was the 3-pointer, but it was underneath the basket.
Nope. They call Fulton on a push.
And now I'm thinking it's even worse than that. See, even the scorekeeper for their team said, 11 white. That's what I thought. That's what's so funny when you hear that at the bench and you say, wait, that's against us. What?
All right, we've got 2 shots coming up because we're at both teams have got 10. Well,
that was
what are you going to do? So back the other direction here, Andrew Hall now. His first foul attempt tonight, 75% foul shooter. Got that one. For Hall, that's 3 points. Jackson, Ross, and Young back in the ball game for the Blue Devils. Second attempt now by Ross, or second attempt by Hall. So Mariemont went on a little bit of a lull there from the foul line, but now they're coming back again. Score and win it counts. 2:01 to go. Warriors are trying to get to the 500 mark on the season. They're going to try to drop the Blue Devils to the 500 mark.
And then splitting their season, both winning at their respective places.
Young, 3-point attempt, no good. Hustle by Brown, though, but he did not hang on to it inbounds. Donique Patterson, Elijah Vaught back in the ball game for the Blue Devils. Young coming off the floor now. And Fulton.
You gotta jump trap him. Can't let him beat you.
And they split the trap. All right, we've got 1:33 to go. Mariemont's now going to be content to kind of hold on to the ball. Mancini Jackson, a frustration foul. That's his first. Put Westmeyer at the line. Brad Westmeyer trying for his 13th point. Gets everything on that rim, and he makes it. Westmeyer's high for the season is 18 against Indian Hill. We're talking about the Blue Devils finishing up on the road. Mariemont has a game with Taylor next Tuesday, and then they finish on the road at Wyoming, at Deer Park, and at Batavia. So they're on the road also.
The Road Warriors to finish out the season before the tournament.
Both teams are. Johnny Miller off the rim. Westmeyer with the rebound, but he tips it away to Ross. Ross tripped up in the paint, got it. So Braden Ross has got 8. And we have a foul coming up.
These free throws will tell everything. If he makes them, we'll probably see the Dogs be called off for fouls, but if he misses it, we'll try to push it.
1:09 to go, 67-52. Warriors are in the driver's seat of this game. It was close for a while.
It was. They fought all the way back to get within 7 here in the last few minutes.
And Mariemont is pulled away, largely at the foul line. Watts is out.
He's already succeeded, and he's putting his reserves. Looks like Redding's putting the reserves in. You know, hey, he's
Nash Morgan, Cameron Moore, number 13 and 30. Donique Patterson, 24. Braden Young back in the ball game here, and we see Elijah Vaught take a seat on the bench.
You know what's so funny is the first half flew by, and you've seen this second half show you how long it
That's
probably
right,
2
yeah.
first halves.
Yeah, I know. Well, a lot more foul shooting.
Yes, double bonuses will do that.
And how about Mr. Westmeyer? He is 6 for 8 from the line tonight, 52% foul shooter, and he's got a lot. And a timeout is called. 16 for Westmeyer. He's 2 off of his season high right now. Warriors got a 17-point lead. And you can see the Warrior percussion section
waking everybody up so they get their drive home.
Yeah, if you're asleep, you're not anymore.
Yep.
So,
yeah, they're thumping them.
That guy looks like a rock star up there.
Yep.
So,
everybody is awake, ready to make their drive to their destinations.
Well, a lot of ICRC basketball coming up here in the next few weeks. Girls have another week or so. then the boys, a couple weeks, and then it's going to be tournament time for everyone. CHL, we've got...
Someone's got to shoot the ball at least.
And that shot is no good. Under a minute to go now in the game. Mariemont, they have substituted quite a bit, and there is a three-pointer by Jacob Doherty comes off the bench and scores a three-point. That's pretty good, Frank. You sit on the bench all night, and you come in the fourth quarter in the last minute or so.
Well, they've shot the ball well tonight as a team, so, you know, it just goes into how they've been playing tonight.
Also, James Michael is in the ball game for Mariemont, along with Cage McClure. Brett Gilbertson seeing action now for the Warriors.
Got to go back to the drawing board.
Evan Sizer in for this. So I think we've called all the names here tonight. And that's it. They're running the ball out. Your final score is 72-52. They revenged the early season loss against the Blue Devils. They moved to 9-9 on the season, 4-7 in the CHL. Reading falls to 9-9, and they are 4-7 also in the CHL. So both teams are tied. So I know you're not happy with the officiating, but beyond that, Frank.
Yeah, they just got to, have these type of games. They got to regroup. Come back tomorrow at practice. Forget about yesterday. That's what they got to do.
They got Wyoming coming up for the Blue Devils, and we said on the road at Taylor, at Norwood, at Pennytown. Mariemont, they'll be home. Their senior night will be on the 6th with Taylor, and then on the road at Wyoming, Deer Park, and Batavia. Of course, Reading playing up at Sports Plus. That's where their home games are at. Frank, it's good working with you again.
Yeah, always.
For Dean Lowry and the entire staff that you just saw, all those names just fly by you on the screen. Your final score is 72-52. Mariemont Warriors over the Reading Blue Devils here at Mariemont High School. This is Bill Brett saying goodbye from Mariemont.